Don't give up. 6 Bible verses to remember when you're tired. Have you ever felt tired in a way that sleep couldn't fix? Not just physically drained, but emotionally worn out, mentally overwhelmed, and spiritually empty. The kind of exhaustion where your body is present, but your heart feels heavy, where you keep going, but deep inside you're running on fumes. If that's you today, I want you to know something powerful. God sees your weariness, and He cares. You are not weak because you are tired. You are tired because you have been strong for too long. You have carried burdens, fought silent battles, and kept moving forward when it would have been easier to give up. And in this very moment, God is inviting you to find rest. Not later, not when everything is perfect, but right now. The Bible speaks directly to seasons like this. It does not ignore exhaustion. It meets it with promises of renewal, strength, and peace. Psalm 34:18 KJV declares, "The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit." God is near, not distant, not indifferent, near. In this message, we will walk through 6 powerful Bible verses that you can hold on to when you feel tired, discouraged, and ready to quit. These are not just words, they are lifelines. They are reminders that your strength does not come from your own ability, but from the one who never grows weary. So take a deep breath, quiet your heart, and let God speak to you. Because by the end of this message, you will not only feel encouraged, you will be reminded that your strength is being renewed even now. Part 1. Isaiah 40:31. Strength for the weary. When exhaustion whispers, "You can't go on," God responds with a promise that has carried believers for generations. Isaiah 40:31 KJV says, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." This verse was spoken to a people who were worn down by hardship, uncertainty, and long seasons of waiting. And maybe that's exactly where you are today, waiting for relief, waiting for answers, waiting for strength. But notice what God says, "Those who wait on Him will not be abandoned, they will be renewed." Waiting on the Lord does not mean doing nothing. It means placing your trust fully in Him. It means choosing faith over frustration, surrender over striving, and hope over despair. While the world tells you to push harder, God tells you to lean deeper. And when you do, something supernatural happens. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. Eagles don't fight the storm, they rise above it. Instead of being defeated by the winds, they use them to soar higher. In the same way, God can use the very pressures that exhaust you to lift you into a new level of strength and perspective. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. God does not promise a life without challenges, but He promises endurance through them. Whether your season requires running with urgency or simply walking one faithful step at a time, His strength will sustain you. Maybe today you feel like you can barely take another step. That's okay. This promise is for you. Your strength is not determined by how you feel. It is determined by who God is, and He never grows tired. So instead of striving, wait on Him. Instead of worrying, trust Him. Instead of giving up, look up. Right now, declare this over your life. "Lord, I choose to wait on You. Renew my strength. Help me rise above my exhaustion. I trust that You will carry me when I cannot carry myself." Hold on to this truth. Your weariness is not the end of your story. Renewal is coming. Part 2, Matthew 11:28. Rest for your soul. Let me speak directly to your heart. You may be carrying burdens no one else can see, responsibilities that never end, expectations that suffocate, regrets that whisper in the night. And the more you try to handle it all on your own, the heavier it becomes. But right now, Jesus is extending a personal invitation to you. Matthew 11:28 KJV says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Notice that He doesn't say fix yourself first. He doesn't say be strong enough. He simply says, "Come." This is not a distant command, it is a compassionate call. Jesus sees your exhaustion, and instead of demanding more from you, he offers you rest. Not temporary relief, not surface-level comfort, true rest for your soul. He continues in Matthew 11:29-30, KJV, "Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." A yoke connects two together. When you take Christ's yoke, you are no longer pulling life's weight alone. He carries it with you, and more than that, he carries you. Many people are physically tired, but what you may be experiencing is deeper soul fatigue. It comes from striving to be perfect, trying to please everyone, and battling silently without surrendering to God. Jesus offers freedom from that endless cycle. So how do you come to him? You come honestly. You come just as you are. You come with your fears, your doubts, your failures, and your weariness. Lay it all at his feet. Right now, imagine placing every burden you carry into his hands. The stress, the anxiety, the disappointment, the pressure. You were never meant to hold it all, and you don't have to anymore. Psalm 55:22 KJV reinforces this promise. "Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved." Jesus is not asking you to try harder. He is asking you to trust deeper. So breathe. Release the weight. Let his peace replace your pressure. Because when you come to Jesus, you don't just find rest, you find renewal, healing, and hope. Part 3. Psalm 23, 1-3. The Shepherd Who Restores. When life drains you, you need more than motivation. You need restoration. And no passage paints this picture more beautifully than Psalm 23. Psalm 23, 1-3, KJV declares, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake." David wrote these words not from a place of comfort, but from a life filled with battles, responsibilities, and deep emotional struggles. Yet he understood a powerful truth. God is not just a provider, he is a shepherd. A shepherd watches, guides, protects, and cares personally for each sheep. And when sheep are exhausted or anxious, they refuse to lie down. So when the Bible says, "He maketh me to lie down," it reveals God's loving authority to bring you into a place of rest, even when you don't realize you need it. You may feel pressure to keep going, to stay strong, to never slow down, but your shepherd is saying, "Rest. I am in control. He leadeth me beside the still waters." Still waters symbolize peace, safety, and refreshment. God doesn't lead you into chaos, he leads you into calm. In the middle of your storm, he provides a quiet place for your soul to breathe again. He restoreth my soul. This is more than physical rest. This is deep spiritual renewal. The word restore means to bring back to life, to revive, to make whole again. God specializes in restoring what exhaustion has drained. Your joy, your peace, your clarity, and your strength. And then comes the promise of direction. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. When you are tired, decision-making becomes overwhelming. But your shepherd does not abandon you in confusion. He guides you step by step, ensuring that even in weakness you remain on the right path. You are not wandering alone, you are being led. So today, declare this truth over your life. The Lord is my shepherd. I am cared for, I am guided, I am restored. Let his presence quiet your fears. Let his guidance replace your uncertainty. And let his restoring power breathe new life into your weary soul. Because with God as your shepherd, you are never alone, and you will never be without rest. Part 4. 2 Corinthians 12:9. Strength and weakness. Let me tell you something that goes against everything the world teaches. Your weakness is not your disqualification. It is the doorway to God's power. When you are tired, you often feel inadequate. You feel like you should be stronger, more capable, more resilient. But God never asked you to be self-sufficient. He asked you to be dependent on Him. The Apostle Paul understood this deeply. He pleaded with God to remove the thorn in his flesh, something that caused him continual weakness and distress. But God's answer was not removal, it was revelation. 2 Corinthians 12:9 KJV says, "And he said unto me, My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly therefore will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me." Did you catch that? My grace is sufficient for thee. Not barely enough, not almost enough. Sufficient. Completely adequate for every burden you carry, every tear you cry, and every moment you feel like giving up. God's strength is made perfect in weakness. That means His power is most visible when your own strength runs out. When you reach the end of yourself, you finally make room for the fullness of Him. Paul goes on to say in 2 Corinthians 12:10 KJV, "Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong." This is not denial of pain, it is transformation through grace. Your tiredness does not mean God has abandoned you, it means He is inviting you to rely on Him more deeply than ever before. So stop hiding your weakness, bring it to God. Tell Him where you feel drained. Tell Him where you feel inadequate. Tell Him where you feel like you cannot go on, because in that very place His strength will meet you. Isaiah 41:10 KJV reinforces this promise. "Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness." You are not holding yourself together, God is holding you. Right now, declare this over your life. "Lord, your grace is sufficient for me. In my weakness, let your strength be revealed. I surrender my limitations to you." Remember this truth. You don't have to be strong enough. God already is. Part 5, Galatians 6:9. Don't grow weary in doing good. There is a special kind of tiredness that comes from doing the right thing for a long time without seeing results. You keep loving, but it's not always appreciated. You keep serving, but it often goes unnoticed. You keep praying, but answers seem delayed. And slowly, weariness sets in. Discouragement whispers, "What's the point?" But God speaks directly into that moment with a promise you must hold on to. Galatians 6:9 KJV says, "And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not." Notice that the Bible acknowledges your weariness. It doesn't shame you for feeling tired. Instead, it encourages you not to give up. Why? Because there is a harvest coming. Due season means God's perfect timing, not too early, not too late. While you may not see immediate results, every act of obedience, every prayer, every sacrifice is a seed planted in faith, and God never wastes a seed. Ecclesiastes 3:1 KJV reminds us, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven." You may be in a season of sowing, not reaping, and sowing is hard work. It requires patience, trust, and perseverance. But if you remain faithful, the harvest is guaranteed. Think about the areas where you feel most exhausted. Your family, your ministry, your work, your personal growth. The enemy wants you to believe that your efforts are meaningless. But God assures you that your faithfulness is seen, valued, and rewarded. 1 Corinthians 15:58 KJV declares, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord." Your labor is not in vain. So when you feel like quitting, remember, weariness is not a signal to stop, it is a signal to lean on God's strength and keep going. Right now, make this declaration. I will not grow weary in doing good. I trust God's timing. My harvest is coming, and I will not faint. Hold on. Stay faithful. Keep sowing. Because what God has promised, He will surely bring to pass. Part 6. Psalm 46, 1, 2. God is your refuge and strength. When life presses in from every side and your strength is gone, there is one truth you must hold on to. You are not alone in your exhaustion. God Himself is your refuge. Psalm 46, 1, 2 KJV declares, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea. Notice the words very present help, not distant, not delayed, not conditional. God is present right now in this very moment, in the middle of your fatigue, your anxiety, and your uncertainty. When everything around you feels unstable, He remains unshakable. Life can feel overwhelming, responsibilities pile up, unexpected problems arise, emotional battles drain your energy, and sometimes fear creeps in, whispering that you won't make it through. But this passage reminds you that even if the foundations of the world collapse, you can stand firm because God is your refuge. A refuge is a safe place, a shelter in the storm. When you are tired, you don't need to fight harder. You need to run to the right place. And that place is the presence of God. Psalm 46, 10 KJV continues with a powerful command, be still and know that I am God. Being still is not weakness, it is trust. It is the decision to stop striving and start surrendering. It is allowing God to carry what you no longer can. Isaiah 26, 3 KJV reinforces this promise. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. When your mind stays fixed on God, peace replaces panic, strength replaces fear, hope replaces despair. So today, when you feel overwhelmed, remind yourself, God is my refuge, God is my strength, God is my very present help. You do not have to face this season alone. Run to Him, rest in Him, trust Him. Declare this over your life right now. Lord, you are my refuge and my strength. When I am weak, you are strong. I choose to be still and trust in you. No matter how intense the storm becomes, you are safe in the shelter of His presence. Key inclusion. From exhaustion to renewal. If your heart has been heavy and your soul weary, remember this. Your story does not end in exhaustion, it ends in renewal. We have walked through 6 powerful promises from God's Word. Isaiah 40, 31. God renews your strength when you wait on Him. Matthew 11:28. Jesus gives rest to your weary soul. Psalm 23, 1-3. The shepherd restores and leads you. 2 Corinthians 12:9. God's strength is perfected in your weakness. Galatians 6:9. Your faithfulness will produce a harvest in due season. Psalm 46, 1-2. God is your refuge and ever-present help. These are not just verses to read, they are truths to live by. When you feel tired, speak them. When you feel discouraged, cling to them. When you feel like giving up, stand on them. You may be weary, but you are not defeated. You may be tired, but you are not alone. God sees you, walks with you, and strengthens you every step of the way. Let this be your declaration today. Lord, I place my exhaustion in your hands. Renew my strength, restore my soul, and fill me with your peace. I trust you to carry me through every season. And remember the beautiful promise of Lamentations 3:22-23 KJV. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because His compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Tomorrow brings new mercy, new strength, new hope. So rise with confidence, rest in His presence, and keep moving forward, because God is with you and He will never fail you.